Hey, people of St. Bart's, hope you're doing well and staying safe on this wet and wild Wednesday afternoon. Where I am, it's coming down like crazy and there's lots of thunder and lightning. So, truly, hope you're staying safe with how crazy our weather's been. This past Sunday, we hosted my brother in law, Patrick Slabs, who's a priest in South Carolina. He's a canon of the cathedral that's there in the city of Charleston. And he spoke to us out of Matthew chapter 10. Jesus calling his disciples, commissioning them as apostles, and he talked about the model of Jesus' mission, the motive for Jesus' mission, and the mandate of Jesus' mission. And I was particularly struck when he talked about the motive of Jesus' mission, and he drew our attention to the part of Matthew chapter 10 where it says Jesus saw the crowds, and he saw that they were harried and that they were without a shepherd, and he had compassion on them. And I've been thinking about that since Patrick talked about it, that before he could have compassion on them, he had to see them. And he drew our attention to our own busyness and how the way that we move through our lives means sometimes we don't see what's in front of us. And if we don't see the people that are in front of us, it's hard to be moved with compassion. And one of the things that he encouraged us to do is to take a step back so that we can be in a position to see and to be moved to compassion. Because if we don't engage in this mission that Christ has given us in a compassionate way, it's not done with the same energy that Jesus does it. And one of the things that Dave talks about, that I talk about, is that it's not just that Jesus asks us to do the things that he did, is that he asks us to do them in the way that he did them. So this Sunday we'll continue in Matthew chapter 10, and Jesus talks a little bit more about what it's like to go forward in the world with his mission and the way that people react to it. And it's not always the way that you would think. And yet, even when it goes badly by our own perception, God is in the midst of it. So I hope that you'll join us on Sunday. And I also want to close by reminding everyone that we are closing out our fiscal year. Our fiscal year ends at the end of June, and our new budget begins July 1st. So just asking you to prayerfully consider a couple things. If you haven't read the letter that went out, I'd encourage you to read that, where we outline all of this. But the ask really is this. If you consider St. Bart's your home and you're not yet giving or participating financially, we would ask you to prayerfully consider to start giving, especially in the month of June and especially as we move into July with our new budget. And for the month, and the second thing that we would ask is to consider giving above and beyond your normal tithe, giving an offering towards the new budget so that we can close the fiscal year in the black and so that we can have a little bit of a cash buffer as we go into the summer, which giving tends to slump in the summers. That's very normal for churches, but we want to raise a little bit of a cash buffer because our new budget is more than last year's budget because we've brought on new staff. We are growing the capacity of our children's ministry, trying to accommodate the 80, 90 kids that we're seeing come through our doors every week. And your giving has made that possible. So I want to acknowledge and thank you for your faithful giving and asking you to prayerfully discern what God might be asking you to contribute at the end of this fiscal year. So I hope to see you on Sunday. We're also finishing up our hygiene drive for White Rock Center of Hope. So hope to see you. Hope that you can join us. And we love you guys and we're praying for you.